What does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Anything else suspicious here? This is all stuff we saw before, I think.
I guess the whole pasta shop thing was a lie.
What? You thought he was telling the truth?
Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Yeah. I guess so. You mean pictures of fish that they caught, right?
Right, but don't all the fish on here look really puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here?
Ah!
What's wrong?
There's a samurai hot dog just thrown away in the garbage. It's wasted, Nick. Wasted.
Huh?
Never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See? That's why I didn't want to tell you.
That fishing pole looks expensive.
Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe.
Don't you think the caretaker would mind?
Well, we could just leave him the metal detector and exchange.
Maybe we'd better not. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. He's probably not there. He'll probably have to... Oh, he can't. He is. So... Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me?
Who is that old guy, anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So, he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is your time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait. That old man!
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi? That's kind of what we've been assuming this whole time.
Yogi? Yogi Berra? The famous baseball player? I don't think it's him, Edgeworth.
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yenny Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned. and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent.
Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. We just saw... Okay. I can't breathe. You're using up all my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! No! Father! He's attacking Father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court, or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! I can't breath is what it said, yeah. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane, relatively speaking, for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it this way, this letter makes sense. get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe we can go talk to Grossberg. Yeah, I know, the picture he was throwing the pistol. Game, you don't... Alright. You don't need to.
There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6.
Oh, she didn't elaborate. Like, it's kind of pointless that she even says that. It was like they're like, well, we think the player needs hints at all times, but we're not going to make it entirely blatant. I don't know. It's an awkward little middle ground, I guess. I mean, I'll be honest. I want you to look at this picture again. You're not gonna let me do it, though. Cause this right, like look at that, the gunshot through the window. Although the weapon was fired twice, right? One shot killed his dad. Edgeworth doesn't remember anything about the other shot. Mr. Grossberg. Nah. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding. I can't believe you're not.
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened,
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled,
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was really as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrecoverably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. But, like, the plot of Revenge isn't really linking it back then, unless the whole plan is to somehow clear him 15 years later and get... Like, he was already innocent, like, no one's actually gonna care if he's extra innocent. I don't... It's still not actually very, like, clear why they have to do it. I don't know. It feels like they're just saying that because like that sounds like a chordy thing and they're running with it, but we'll see if they make a little more sense of it here. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. So, I mean, based on what Maya and Mia do, I guess they'd basically just become that person. They wouldn't even retain their old voice because, sure, why not? I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Sure. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. For good reason this time, Phoenix. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son, who is 9 years old, and it was clearly an accident? Apparently ghosts lie under oath, and it's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Ah, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what?
I think I'll stay out of this one. About the metal detector. Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that. In any case, it's good that the one shooting isn't Miles. You bet it's good. I can't believe the fiendish planning that went into this murder. And we almost fell right into his trap.
What a creep!
This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. We're trying to get that phrase in here as often as possible. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. I thought that said erased at first and just... Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of von Karma were he alive. Oh ho! So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict, but for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially, he was ruined.
Uh-huh?
I mean, that can happen regardless of the lawyer believing in their client or not, though. You'll understand soon enough. Because I don't care to elaborate right now. Wait.
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I mean, that's the only logical option of those. Although, well, actually, it could have been himself. It could have been himself in his insane state, but, this really seems the way to go. We can see what he says if we choose something wrong. It's probably, Larry Butts, but we can't even choose that, so... Like, I know we'll, like, have the option, so I kind of want to choose if one of these is, funny. Do it. Miles Edgeworth? What? Why in heavens would he write something like this? Why, this letter is in an attempt to destroy Miles. Think before you speak, Greenhorn. Uh-oh, he's angry. Think again! Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma... Von Karma... Wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means... the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Why would von Karma want to slow down time and break the game?
If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no! But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edwards by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edward's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or up to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do now, Nick? Von Karma's going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
Well, he was 9. is one thing. I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. I used my lawyer vision and everything. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Well, we got them right here if you want to take a look. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Do you want the police materials again? I guess we're gonna walk over there now, but... I can't believe you would accidentally do something. By accident.
One day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Wow. Is that really what's coming up next, Grey Cloud? That sounds impressive. Sounds like we should cliffhanger it if the single greatest moment of sheer and utter idiocy in the entire series is coming up.